importance of CPR. In a bustling elementary school in Chicago, a fifth grade teacher named Mrs. Thompson was leading her class in a science experiment when one of her students, Emma, collapsed. Emma, an energetic and healthy 10-year-old, was not breathing and had no pulse. Without hesitation, Mrs. Thompson sprang into action, remembering the CPR training she had just taken a few months earlier. She immediately began performing chest compressions while instructing another student to call 911 and the school nurse. Mrs. Thompson continued CPR until the paramedics arrived, which was about 6 minutes later. The paramedics took over and administered additional medical support, including using an AED to restart Emma's heart. Emma was rushed to the hospital where the doctors determined she had suffered a sudden cardiac arrest due to an undiagnosed heart condition. Thanks to Mrs. Thompson's quick and effective response, Emma survived and made a full recovery. She and her family later visited the school to thank Mrs. Thompson and the entire school staff for their heroism and quick thinking. Emma's story became an inspiration for the entire community, emphasizing the importance of CPR training for everyone, especially in environments with children. In this scenario, Mrs. Thompson's first aid training saved the life of a child. I myself have received CPR training and work in an environment with kids, so this story and other connects me with my job and reminds me of the importance of child safety. You, as a prepared citizen, should learn and become certified in CPR. 54% of Americans have not received any CPR training. 1 in 5 adults will experience a medical emergency that will require immediate attention. For example, if we had 5 adults in this room, one of them would experience a medical emergency at some point in their lifetime. Personally, I have completed first aid and CPR training. For those who have also received this training in this room, this speech should be a tool to help advocate the importance of CPR to others. Everyone in this room can identify 5 adults in their life. That could be a friend, a parent, a teacher, or a coach. Statistics say that they have a 1 in 5 chance of a medical emergency in their lifetime. Will they be prepared? Will you be prepared? On average, it takes 4 to 6 minutes for an ambulance to arrive in an urban setting. It takes 15 to 30 minutes for an ambulance to arrive in a rural setting. And when a person goes into cardiac arrest, they have about 4 to 6 minutes to live. In this simulation, your loved one has just collapsed. You call 911 and you live in a rural area. You're also without CPR training and you know your loved one is in cardiac arrest. And it takes on average for 15 minutes for the ambulance to arrive. So we're going to count down from 15, representing each of those seconds as 1 minute. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to ask yourself, how would CPR have changed that situation? Easier to become CPR certified. The Red Cross is a simple and fast way to become CPR certified. It takes around 3 to 4 hours and is valid for 2 years. Some are self-paced online, while others are in a classroom setting for about 2 to 3 hours with hands-on training. CPR training also includes first aid, which includes AED, wound care, burns, choking, fractures and sprains, poisoning, shock, heat and cold injuries, seizures, and allergic reactions. It's super easy to find places to become CPR training. Some common places are local colleges and hospitals, and the American Heart Association and American Red Cross. Online and in person, and hybrid makes CPR super easy to get. If everyone receives CPR training, countless lives would be saved. If CPR is performed early during the cardiac arrest, 100,000 to 200,000 lives could be saved. Immediate CPR can triple the chances of a person's survival. Instead of standing around in an emergency, you can help stall the emergency while the first responders are on the way. And according to an organization called Pro CPR, it's estimated that 1,000 people die each day in the United States alone due to sudden cardiac arrest when CPR is not performed immediately. So in conclusion, getting CPR makes you a prepared citizen in your community, and you can make a difference in your community just like Mrs. Thompson. You can also be ready in times of emergency, and you can join the many who want to save lives by becoming CPR certified.